you the unpaid therapist for people who treat you like a stranger? Why is it that you know the deepest secrets, the darkest fears, and the wildest dreams of every single one of your friends, but they do not even know what you are afraid of? You are the therapist. You are the rock. And you are the loneliest person in the room. It is 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. Your phone lights up on the nightstand. The screen glows in the darkness of your room. You look at the name. It is that friend, the one who is always in a crisis, the one whose life is a perpetual car crash that they somehow always survive but never learn from. The text reads, "Can I call you? I am freaking out." You sigh. It is a heavy sigh, the sound of a structure bearing too much weight. You are exhausted. You have worked all day. You have fought your own battles. You have managed your own demons. You were just about to close your eyes, or read a book, or simply exist in the silence that you so desperately crave. But your fingers move automatically. They type, calling now. And for the next 2 hours, you listen, you validate, you offer strategic advice that would cost $500 an hour in a professional setting. You deconstruct their crisis. You talk them off the ledge. You rebuild their ego brick by brick. You are calm. You are wise. You are the rock. You are the lighthouse in their storm. By the end of the call, they feel better. They say, "Thank you so much. I do not know what I would do without you. You are the only one who gets me." They hang up, and you are left sitting in the silence of your room, drained, hollow, carrying the weight of their trauma on top of your own. Your chest feels tight. Your head hurts. You have absorbed their chaos, and now it is vibrating in your blood. And then the thought hits you, a cold, sharp realization that cuts through the fog of your fatigue. If I were the one freaking out right now, who would I call? You scroll through your contacts. You look at the names of the people you have saved, the people you have carried, and the answer is terrifying. No one. There is not a single person in that list who has the capacity, or the willingness, or the strength to hold the space for you the way you hold it for them. You are the designated healer, the unpaid therapist, the emotional dumpster for everyone else's garbage. But when you are bleeding, you have to stitch yourself up. When you are drowning, you have to be your own lifeguard. You wonder why this keeps happening. Why do you attract broken birds? Why do you attract people in crisis? Why does your life feel like a triad unit in a war zone? And why does no one ever ask, "How are you really doing?" and actually wait for the answer? You think maybe you are just too nice. Maybe you are a pushover. Maybe you are weak. I am here to tell you that you are not a pushover, and you are certainly not weak. You are a powerhouse. You are the strongest person in your circle. You are the healer archetype. You have a capacity for emotional processing that dwarfs the average human. You have a bandwidth for pain that would crush a normal person. But this strength has become your cage. Because you are so strong, people assume you do not need help. Because you are so competent, people assume you do not have needs. And because you are so good at fixing others, you have forgotten how to be human yourself. Today, we are going to dismantle the clinic you have built in your living room. We are going to expose the transcational and parasitic nature of your friendships. And we are going to teach you how to resign from the position of savior so you can finally be saved. Welcome to the psychology of the strong friend. Welcome to the watchtower. Let us begin with the biological reality. Why are you the listener? Why can you not just hang up the phone? We must look at the hardware of your brain. Specifically, mirror neurons and the anterior insula. You possess what neuroscience calls high empathic accuracy. Your mirror neuron system is hyperactive. When someone cries, you do not just see it, you feel it. Your brain literally simulates their pain in your own body. When they are anxious, your cortisol spikes. When they are sad, your chest tightens. You are not just listening to a story. You are physically experiencing their reality. This makes you incredibly effective at understanding people. You can read the subtext. You can see the root cause. You can feel the emotion they are trying to hide. This is a superpower, but it is also a massive metabolic liability. Because to stop the pain in your body, you have to fix the pain in their body. You are not just helping them to be nice. You are helping them to regulate your own nervous system. This is called co-regulation. But in your case, it is parasitic co-regulation. You are the host, they are the parasite. You regulate them. But who regulates you? You are the generator powering the whole city. But you are running on fumes. This creates a state of chronic allostatic load. This is the wear and tear on the body that accumulates as an individual is exposed to repeated or chronic stress. You are aging faster. You are getting sick more often because you are carrying the stress load of 5 people in one body. We must dig deeper into the archaeology of your psyche. This behavior did not start when you were an adult. It started when you were small. This is almost always the result of parentification. Think back to your childhood. Were you the one mediating your parents' arguments? Were you the one comforting your mother when she was crying? Were you the one raising your siblings because your parents were absent or addicted or immature? Did you have to be the adult before you were even a teenager? You learned a brutal lesson very early on. You learned that your value comes from your utility. You learned that love is transactional. The contract was simple. If I fix the problem, I am safe. If I make mommy happy, I am good. If I keep the peace, I will not be abandoned. You suppressed your own needs to tend to the needs of the giants around you. You learned to make yourself small so there would be room for their big emotions. You learned that having needs is dangerous, because when you had a need, it was ignored, or it burdened the people who were supposed to protect you. So you decided to have no needs. You decided to become the giver, because the giver is in control. The receiver is vulnerable, and you vowed never to be vulnerable again. Then now, as an adult, you are still doing it. You are still the little child trying to keep the peace, so the house does not burn down. But it is not your house anymore, and you do not have to hold the roof up. You are projecting your childhood trauma onto your adult relationships. You are trying to save your friends because you could not save your parents. It is a reenactment, and it is a loop that will never close until you step out of it. We must analyze the specific type of friends you attract. It is not an accident that you are surrounded by drama. You attract narcissists, and you attract energy vampires. Why? Because nature seeks balance. The giver attracts the taker. The healer attracts the wounded. The listener attracts the talker. Narcissists need an audience. They need a mirror that reflects their own image back to them at twice the size. And you are the best mirror in town. You listen for hours. You nod. You analyze. You validate their delusions. You tell them they are right. You tell them they are misunderstood. They love this. They get what psychologists call narcissistic supply. And you get to feel useful. You get to feel wise. You get to feel needed. It is a symbiotic relationship, but it is parasitic, because the moment you try to talk about yourself, watch what happens. The narcissist gets bored. They check their phone. They interrupt. They steer the conversation back to them. Yeah, that sucks. But listen to what happened to Emmy today. You feel the sting of this rejection, but you accept it. Because you are used to it. You have accepted the role of the supporting character in your own life. You have been trained to believe that your pain is boring, and their pain is fascinating. This is a lie. Their pain is repetitive. Your pain is neglected. We must distinguish between venting and dumping. Healthy friendship involves venting. Venting is time limited. It has a purpose. I had a bad day. Here is what happened. Okay, I feel better. How are you? That is a healthy exchange. Trauma dumping is different. Trauma dumping is unsolicited, unending, and unreciprocated sharing of traumatic information. Your friends are dumping. They are not asking for advice. They are asking for absolution. They want you to tell them they are good people despite their bad behavior. They want you to validate their victimhood. They want you to carry their shame. And the worst part is, they never take your advice. Have you noticed this? You give them the perfect solution. You spend hours crafting the strategy, and they ignore it. And the next week, they come back with the exact same problem. Why? Because they do not want to solve the problem. The problem is their identity. They want the attention that comes from the problem. You are not their strategist. You are their audience. And you are applauding their tragedy by listening to it. You are an enabler. You are keeping them sick by treating them. We must discuss the ego boost of the healer. This is the part that will hurt, but it is necessary. There is a secret pleasure in being the therapist. It makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel needed. It makes you feel superior. Look at these messy people. Look at how chaotic their lives are. I am the only one who has it together. I am the rock. This is your defense mechanism. This is your savior complex. If you are the doctor, you cannot be the patient. If you are fixing them, you do not have to look at your own brokennesses. You use their problems as a distraction from your own void. You are addicted to the crisis of others because it numbs the quiet desperation of your own soul. You must admit this. You are not a martyr. You are a participant. You are getting a payoff. The payoff is significance. But significance is a poor substitute for intimacy. Significance is lonely. Intimacy is shared. You have chosen power over connection. And that is why you are alone. So how do we break the pattern? How do we resign from the clinic? How do we shift the dynamic from patient-doctor to peer-peer? We need a protocol. We need actionable steps to close the door without locking it. Protocol 1. The matching principle. Stop over-delivering. In any conversation, match the energy of the other person. If they ask you one question, you ask them one question. If they talk for 5 minutes, you talk for 5 minutes. Do not write a paragraph in response to a sentence. Do not offer a solution if they did not ask for one. Sit back. Let there be silence. See if they fill it with a question about you. If they do not, take note. This is data. It tells you that this person is not capable of reciprocity. Do not get angry. Just adjust your investment. Stop watering dead plants. Stop investing in a stock that only goes down. Protocol 2. The vulnerability test. You say you have no one to talk to, but have you tried? Really tried? Or do you wait for them to ask? They will never ask, because they assume you are fine. You have to break the frame. The next time you talk to a friend, do not wait for an invitation. Drop the mask. Say, actually, I'm really struggling right now. I feel really lonely. I'm scared. Watch their reaction. This is the ultimate filter. The real friends will be shocked, but then they will lean in. They will switch roles. They will support you. The parasites will panic. They will be uncomfortable. They will try to change the subject, or they will make it about them. Oh yeah, me too. I am so stressed. If they fail the test, you know where they stand. You cannot be mad at a clown for acting like a clown, but you can stop going to the circus. Protocol 3. The referral. You are not a licensed therapist. And even if you are, you should not treat your friends. Dual relationships are unethical for a reason. When a friend comes to you with a crisis that is above your pay grade, Do not try to fix it. Refer them. Say, "That sounds incredibly heavy. I think you need to talk to a professional about this, but I am not equipped to help you with this." This sets a hard boundary. It says, "I am your friend, not your doctor." It protects you from the liability of their life choices, and it forces them to take responsibility for their own healing. If they get mad, it means they did not want help. They wanted an enabler. Do not be an enabler. Protocol 4. The availability audit. You are too available. The clinic is open 24/7. Close the clinic. Do not answer the crisis text immediately. Wait. Let them self-soothe. Let them figure it out. Most emergencies resolve themselves in an hour. If you rush in, you rob them of the opportunity to grow, and you train them to be helpless. Set office hours for your friendship. Use the phrase, "I cannot talk right now. I am recharging." This phrase is revolutionary. It teaches them that you have needs too. It teaches them that your energy is finite. It teaches them respect. We must discuss the fear of abandonment. You are terrified that if you stop being useful, they will leave. Let me tell you the truth. Some of them will. The users will leave. The narcissists will leave. The people who only loved you for your utility will leave. Let them go. Open the door for them. They are clearing space. Space for what? Space for peers. You are lonely because you are surrounded by children. You need to find the other adults, the other healers, the other strong ones. They are out there, and they are lonely too. They are looking for someone strong enough to hold them. You are looking for someone strong enough to hold you. When two strong people meet, it is not a transaction. It is a partnership. It is iron sharpening iron. It is two generators plugging into each other and creating infinite power. But you cannot find them if your schedule is filled with victims. Clear the schedule. Make room for the equals. Let us look at the concept of reciprocity. Relationships must be balanced. Not 50-50 every single day, but 50-50 over the lifetime. Sometimes you are the rock. Sometimes they are the rock. If you are always the rock, you are not in a relationship. You are in a caretaking arrangement. You deserve to be taken care of. You deserve to be asked questions. You deserve to be worried about. You deserve to receive the same level of high-definition love that you broadcast. Do not settle for low-resolution love. Do not settle for scraps. You are a feast. Demand a guest who knows how to dine. Let us talk about the resentment. You are angry. Admit it. You are resentful of your friends. You think they are selfish, but you are the one teaching them to be selfish. You are the one setting the standard. I do not have needs, so they believe you. Stop lying. Tell the truth. I have needs. I am hurting. If they are real friends, they will step up. They will apologize. I did not know. I am sorry. I am here. Give them a chance to step up. You might be surprised. People often rise to the level of expectation we set for them. If you expect them to be useless, they will be useless. If you expect them to be strong, they might just find their strength. You are the architect of your social circle. You built this. You selected these people. You trained them. If the building is falling down, you can renovate it, or you can bulldoze it and start over. But you cannot complain about the architecture while you are holding the blueprint. Change the blueprint. The new blueprint is reciprocity or absence, depth or distance, growth or goodbye. You are a rare breed. The empathetic strategist, the feeling thinker. The world needs you, but the world needs you whole. It does not need you burnt out. It does not need you bitter. Protect your gift. Guard your gates. The clinic is closed. The friend is open. But the friend has standards. The next time the phone rings and the wave of exhaustion hits you, do not answer. Put the phone down. Pour yourself a drink. Read your book. Stare at the ceiling. Choose yourself. Just for tonight. Choose yourself. The world will not end. The friend will survive. And you will finally breathe. You are the healer. Heal thyself. We are Mind Ministry, and we are watching.